Good morning, my dear students. Today I am going to explain you stanza 3 and 4 of the poem Hide and Seek written by John Vernon Scannell. In my previous video, I already told you that the poem is about a child who is hiding behind the sacks in the tool shed. The place where he is hiding himself is quite uncomfortable, having the smell of seaside, and it's very cold in there. Although he feels very confident about his hiding place and he thinks no one can find him there, he wants to trick them properly. The poet is talking to himself as a second person and he is giving himself short instructions like close your eyes tight and don't risk another call and not to sneeze or not to breathe or move. He hears all the sounds from there and guesses the movements of his friends and comes to know that they are coming in and knocking a can. Then he hears the muttering of their friends' feet and guesses that someone is very closer to him. He hears his friends talking and discussing something, and then they leave the tool shed and move to greenhouse to search him there. After that they don't come back and they take a long time to return. Now he talks to himself and says, shall I take a risk to peep out again? Then he tells him that he should not peep now, because if they might be close they can come back. He says it is a good hiding place and he thinks it to be very funny that they did not try to search him there again. Now he cannot hear any sound and he thinks that their friends has gone a miles away. Now children, this was the review of the explanation of stanzas 1 and 2. Now I will explain you the third and fourth stanzas line by line. The third stanza says, the dark damp smell of sand is thicker now. Give them another call. Yoo-hoo! Come and find me. But they are still elsewhere. They will think you are clever and ask you where you hid. Don't tell them. Keep it secret. It's cold in here. You can't hear anything. But wait. Let them hunt a little longer. Think of them frowning at each other. Where can he be? We have looked all over. Now the first line reads, the dark damp smell of sand is thicker now, which means the damp here means moist or wet. So the wet or damp smell of sand is increasing now. Since it is dark, the smell of sand has increased. Now the literary device used in first line is alliteration in dark, damp and smell of sand. Now the second line says, give them another call. You who come and find me. He talks to himself and says, shall I give them another call? क्या मैं उन्हें दोबारा बुलाऊं और बोलूं, you who come and find me, आओ और मुझे ढूंढो. But they are still elsewhere, लेकिन वो कहीं और हैं. They will think you are clever. They might think that I am clever एंड आस्क मी वेयर आई वॉज हाइडिंग. वो सोचेंगे कि मैं चालाक हूँ बहुत और वो मुझे पूछेंगे कि मैं कहाँ छुपा था. डोंट टेल देम. ही सेज टू हिमसेल्फ, नो आई शुड नॉट टेल देम वेयर आई वॉज हाइडिंग. आई विल कीप इट सीक्रेट फॉर एवर. मैं इसे हमेशा एक सीक्रेट रखूँगा. Now he says, it's cold in here. Now he is feeling very cold because the night is setting. It is getting darker now. He cannot hear any sound. He says, you can't hear anything. अब कुछ सुनाई नहीं पड़ रहा है. But still he says, लेकिन वो फिर भी कहता है, but wait, let them hunt a little longer. चलो उन्हें थोड़ा देर और ढूंढने देते हैं. Hunt here means to search, which means he thinks of tracking them for a little longer time and imagines the situation while his friends will be frowning at each other. Now, frowning is an expression which someone makes while he is worried and thinking about something. Frowning here means bringing your eyebrows closer together so that lines appear on your friend. Now he thinks of the situation while his friends will be frowning at each other and thinking that where can he be, वो कहाँ हो सकता है. We have looked all over, हम उसे हर जगह ढूंढ चुके हैं. Now children, it's growing very dark now and a long time has been passed while he is sitting in the tool shed. Now let's take you to the fourth and last paragraph, which reads, something tickles on your nose, your legs are stiff, just a little longer and then creep out. They are not coming back. You have tricked them properly. All right, push off the sacks. That's better. Good to be rid of that unpleasant smell. Out of the shed. Hey, here I am here. I have won the game. You couldn't find me. The darkening garden watches. Nothing stirs. The bushes hold their breath. The air is cold. Yes, here you are. But where are they who sought you? Now again you is referred to the speaker here, and he says to himself, something tickles on your nose. Tickle here means to touch lightly in a way that causes itching and even laughter. Now he feels itching on his nose and his legs are stiff now. Stiff means hard. Since he is sitting in the same position for a long time, his legs have become stiff and hard. And then he says to himself, just a little longer, बस थोड़ी देर और, and then creep out. Creep out means to move out slowly. Yes, I will stay here for a little longer time and then I will come out slowly from here because they are not coming back. You have tricked them properly. वो अब वापस नहीं आ रहे हैं. They can't find me now. I have tricked them properly. Now I have won the game. He says, I have outwitted him. That means मैंने उन्हें आज बहुत परेशान किया और मैं जीत गया. ऑल राइट, चलो ठीक है. नाउ पुश ऑफ द सैक्स. चलो अब इन सैक्स को, इन कैरी बैग्स को हटाते हैं. दैट्स बेटर. इट वुड बी बेटर टू रिमूव दोज सैक्स एंड गेट रिड ऑफ दैट अनप्लेजेंट स्मेल. नाउ द सैक्स वर स्मेलिंग वेरी अनप्लेजेंट एंड व्हेन ही विल रिमूव द सैक्स he will be getting rid of that unpleasant smell. Now children, the poet decides that I will come out of the shed. Out of the shed. Hey, here I am here. He thinks that I will come out of the shed and I will show myself and shout aloud, look my friends, I am here. मैं यहाँ हूँ. I have won the game. मैं गेम जीत गया. And you all could not find me. और तुम सभी मुझे ढूंढ नहीं पाए. But what does he see when he comes out of the shed? Yes, he sees a dark garden. The garden has become darkened now. It's quite dark because the night has set in. Nothing stirs. Stirs here means to move. He sees nothing to be moving because there is no one to make any kind of movement in the garden. All the persons in the garden have left and gone back to their homes. The second last line says, the bushes hold their breath. Now there is so lot of silence in the garden that it seems that bushes are holding their breath. गार्डन में इतनी शांति है कि ऐसा लग रहा है कि बुशेस अपनी सांस रोके हुए हैं. द एयर इज कोल्ड. द एयर हैज़ बिकम कोल्ड बिकॉज इट इज़ नाइट एंड ही थिंक्स, येस हियर यू आर, बट वेयर आर दे हु सॉट यू. यहाँ तुम तो हो, यहाँ मैं तो हूँ, पर वो लोग कहाँ गए जो मुझे ढूंढ रहे थे. Now children, let's see what are the literary devices used in these lines. Come to the third last line. The darkening garden watches. The literary device used in this line is personification. Yes, the garden is personified here. The garden is said to be watching, and there is personification in the second line also, which says the bushes hold their breath. Now bushes can't hold their breath. Bushes hold their breath means bushes are being personified. And in the last line, the poet leaves you with a rhetorical question. Now the rhetorical questions are the questions which left the reader to think about something. Now children, let's see what question the poet has left us to think about. Yes, the question is, that often in our daily lives the same thing happens to us, like what happens to the poet in the game hide and seek, that we leave our houses and get settled somewhere to trick and trouble our friends and relatives and think that when we will be successful we will come back and see them again. But when we come back to meet our friends and relatives, we find that they all have moved on in their lives and they need us no more. Thus, in this way, the poet leaves us with the moral that we should maintain a balance between our career and success and ambitions and with our friends and own ones. हमें अपने करियर से और अपनी महत्वाकांक्षाओं से और अपने दोस्तों के बीच में एक संतुलन बना के रखना चाहिए। ऐसा ना हो कि हम अपनी महत्वाकांक्षा को पूरा करने के लिए अपने अपने अपनों को इतना परेशान करें कि जब हमारे पास सक्सेस हो तो हमारे पास हमारे फ्रेंड्स ही ना हो। सो चिल्ड्रन, दैट्स ऑल फॉर टुडे. I will teach you the third chapter, the meeting tool, in my next video. Till then, take care and goodbye.